Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kira. So this is the same recording session. So whatever comments you guys left in the last two videos I have not read yet, but I assure you that I will have read them after this recording session, because I'm going to wait till at least the first two episodes air before I continue. But I wanted to get a little bit further into the game, because there's some fun stuff coming up that I just can't wait to get to, basically. I want to get to it. I'm just, the problem, so the issue that I have is that I record in sessions, and then I have no idea when to stop, because I just get so into the game, I just want to keep playing. I've taken about a 20 or so minute break to eat something, and now we're back here with episode 3. So, I think we're going to actually have to make a choice here soon. Not yet. But I'll get into that as we get further into the game. I'll probably do some explaining of that when we get to the first choices, so. But anyway, let's see if I can still do the voices. Is it supposed to be this room, or is it the other one? I'm wandering around in the empty school building. After school was over, I remembered what Shino Kirari said about the second literature club being cancelled. Although I never attended the meetings, and since I'm graduating this year, it really doesn't matter to me. I was a little concerned about my club being cancelled. What? I never attend the meetings since I'm graduating. It doesn't really matter to me. I was a little concerned. Whatever. Anyway, so I decided to peek in. I was a little concerned about my club being cancelled. I think I read it wrong is all. So I decided to peek in a little, but I didn't remember where it was located. So you have to check every single room on this floor where all the cultural clubs are located. But why is it so quiet? School ended just a few minutes ago, so there should be people in those cultural club rooms. However, the hallway is dead quiet, and because there are no windows in the hallway, it's dark. He says that, but, windows? Whatever. So, is this the era of the cultural clubs? I feel uncomfortable being here because I'm not used to this. Especially when female students go by me once in a while. They look at me in a strange way, so I feel like I'm doing something I'm not supposed to. I'd much rather have them say something instead of being in this uncomfortable atmosphere. I feel like giving up, but I complete the round, albeit unsuccessfully. Forget it, I'm gonna go home. I start to go down the stairs. Shikanosuke? Someone calls out to me. Oh yes, I thought we were introducing her here. I was right. Even without turning around, I know who it is, but I'm not happy. I was expecting to see her, but I wish she didn't find me when I was lost. She must have been coming down the stairs. When I look up the landing, I see a female student with clear eyes, exactly who I thought. Yay, there she is. This is, Chi. So, finally, you decided to come to the meeting, huh? We've been waiting. She smiles at me. She is one of my acquaintances, Chi Isurugi, from the second cultural club. No, that's not why I'm here. I lie spontaneously. It's my bad habit to deny everything when someone talks to me suddenly. What? Then why are you wandering around? Man, they sound almost exactly the same, don't they? Like, she's got it. I'm trying to do the same voice she has. Chinese looks at me suspiciously. It must be natural for her to be suspicious. My speech and conduct don't match. Just because. I give her an answer which doesn't make sense, and she frowns. You're talking weird again. You came to attend the second literature club, right? No. God, no, they sound exactly the same. her voice is like a little bit deeper, but not like it's still feminine, but like just a little bit deeper. Kind of, it's actually kind of the voice that I would like myself to have. So, like with Shikanosuke, I'm just kind of doing a lighter version of my regular voice. But then with her, it's like I've got to actually do like feminine, but kind of a deeper feminine. And that's always been difficult for me. Why are you so stubborn? Alright, fine, I'll tell you the truth. You're right. I came to find the second literature club. I feel embarrassed. Gee, why do you have to tell such stupid lies like that? Chinese sighs. Well, I can't answer because there's no reason. I lied because I was startled. Maybe you're disturbed because you lie all the time. I may admit it myself, but if someone tells me that, I get upset. Hey, where are you going? When I start to go down the stairs, Chinese stops me. I don't feel good, so I'm gonna go home. When I finish my sentence, Chinese runs down the stairs and catches up with me. Sorry, I apologize. Chinese is smiling. Then tell me where the club room is. I couldn't find it. Now? Sure. But don't you dare introduce me as a distorted person, okay? I won't, but maybe I have to do the introduction next time. Why? Because there's nobody today. What? Everyone had something to do, so I was on my way out too. What an irresponsible club. April is a busy month. Maybe starting next week everyone will start coming. So come back then, okay? Yeah, maybe. I was a little disappointed because I was prepared today. Well, it's a good thing that you decided to come. Let's just go home today. So we walk down the stairs together. As we walk, I ask her about the club being cancelled. She feels disappointed about it too. Actually, we'll be combined with the first literature club, so it won't vanish completely, but still, it's a little sad. But who told you anyway? When I tell her that Shiino Kirari started to work at the place where I work, she seems surprised. She is a little odd, but she's such a good girl. Take care of her, okay? We haven't had a chance to talk lately, so Chini continues to talk, asking me about things like how my part-time job is going. I can't help thinking she sure worries about everything. We've known each other for a long time, I think since the kindergarten. We are childhood friends, but this is the first year we are in the same grade. That's because Chini is a year older. I think it's Chini, which means she had to repeat the third grade. She was the only one who had to repeat the grade last year, so she's the only one that the other third grade classmates call senpai. Some are friendly, but... You're good there, cat? Some are friendly, but some are confused. But anyway, this is Chi Isurugi. However, she's not a bad student. I have to say this as her childhood friend. In fact, Chini gets good grades. At Oubi Academy, there's a huge gap in grades. Bottom scores are really bad, but the average isn't too bad. Some are superior students, and the few superior students are really exceptional. God, that some superior was getting me so bad. The reason why Chini had to repeat the grade is due to a family matter. She had to take a leave of absence, and she didn't have enough attendance to move on. It wasn't her fault. She could have quit or transferred, but Chini didn't. I'm proud of her decision. Okay then, see you later. Don't be discouraged because of today. Come back in, and I'll be there too. From here, I go by bicycle, and she gets on the bus. I know, but you have to take care of me, though. I nod. Sure. Oh, by the way, come play with the little one sometime. They're saying they want to see you, Shikanosuke. No way. They're so rough with me. That's because you tell them lies, Shikanosuke. I just don't know how you come to tell so many lies. Who knows? Hey, Genie, you better hurry up or you'll miss the bus. Okay, I'm going to make dinner tonight too. Wow, you sure work hard. Oh, shush. See you. Genie waves with a smile. Okay, see you. I wave back. I'm working hard at my part-time job today. It's the weekend, and also the end of the month. Therefore, it's after payday, so the restaurant has been filled with customers all evening. By 7:30 p.m., the restaurant is packed. The employees in both the kitchen and the dining hall are working their butts off, running around everywhere while the loud laughter and the conversations from the drunks echo through the restaurant. It's not that bad to be busy. Between the experienced employees, we don't even need to say anything to each other. We know what needs to be done to run the restaurant smoothly. The work runs with a rhythm, which makes time fly. My shift is usually over before I know it, so I don't mind it at all. Shiino Kirari is at work as well. Today is her third day. Her boyish head is running around the restaurant. Seems like she's learned the ropes. She still makes quite a few mistakes, and there is a lot for her to learn. Her customer service technique is also a little awkward, but she has improved. All the other employees are concerned about her, but she learned quickly. She should be okay, so as a trainer I'm very happy. Good job. See, you can do it. It's also almost impressive to see her use the restaurant slang without any problems. As I feel emotional, Kirari comes back from serving the customers. Are you tired? I'm okay. She nods seriously. Some new employees actually quit because of this weekend madness, but I think she'll be okay. Once all the customers get their drinks, they should calm down, so hang in there. Okay. You sure are full of energy as usual. That's my one and only good point. That's when I noticed something on her toes, which are sticking out from her sandals. Wait. I stop her to get it off, but it isn't anything that's stuck on her. It's a little hole in her sock, and her toe is peeking through. Hey, look. Ah! Aww. I love some of the little CG art here. When I point it out, she crouches and holds her toe. Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, I didn't notice! She turns beet red with embarrassment. It's rather unexpected to see her react that way, because I thought she didn't care about things like that. Do you have another pair to change into? Kirari just shakes her head in response. She looks truly a loss. Let's see. Young girl wouldn't want to run around with a hole in her sock. Think for a while. Then, do you want to switch with my sock? I don't care if I have a hole. I said it, but I was half joking. But... Really? She looks at me as if I was the biggest hero ever. But it might smell. That's okay, thank you. See her respond in such a pure manner makes me feel a little guilty. Could that be because I'm not that pure? Okay, then let's switch. We both start to take our socks off. Hey, what are you two doing? The manager is standing behind us. Well, Shiino's sock has a hole in it, so we are switching. That's right. I don't have an extra pair with me, so... The manager sighs. Why do you have to do that? Why don't you work barefoot? You're a genius, manager. I think we're just stupid. Right? Why didn't they just think about working barefoot? When the employees from the last shift show up, we realize it's 11 p.m. I'm supposed to be off at midnight, so I only have an hour to go. But this is a long hour. I'm assigned to tables 1 through 8 by the entrance today. Most of my customers are just talking now, so there really isn't anything for me to do. The time I just have to stand around like this is the most boring and torturous time for me. I do understand that. God dang it, cats. Just start throwing stuff. I got markers that I can throw. annoyed at these cats, not like that they fight each other for some reason. But like, I don't know. I haven't figured out what to do about this. It's really annoying, especially when they go off in the middle of the night. I'm gonna start throwing my dice at you. Anyway, this time I just have to stand around like this is the most boring and torturous time for me. As I stand by the tables, I can't help hearing the customers' conversations. Customers from table 4 talk extremely loud. At first, there are 2 office ladies drinking quietly. When a few guys in t-shirts and sweatpants from the next table join in, it becomes noisy all of a sudden. Hey, young lady, you're definitely my type. Aren't you popular at work? Hey, I love cars, and last month I installed awesome speakers to play Killer Bass. Don't you want to? And the guys obviously want something more than just companions. Even standing near them makes me embarrassed. However, the ladies respond. Oh, come on. She seems like they don't mind that much. I guess women are okay with such an obvious approach. Maybe it's because they're a little drunk. But a lot of women don't show their emotions, so they might be wishing that those guys would get lost. Some new customers come in. Welcome. I greet cheerfully and usher them to table 8. They're a group of 5 with wild hairdos. They smell a little sweaty. Oh, yes. Can I take an appetizer to table 8? When I come back to the counter, my coworker, Tone-san, whispers to me. Sure, I don't mind. Thanks. Then Tone-san takes a little bowl with edamame in it to table 8. I watch her, thinking it's unusual for her to do that. And then notice she's talking to the customers as she serves them. Do you know them? I ask her when she's back. No, they're Star Generation. Star what? Star Generation. Haven't you heard? They're famous, really famous. No, what do they do? Can't you tell? I try to observe carefully, but I still don't know who they are. Hey, it's those guys we saw in the beginning of the game there. First thing I noticed is their wild hair color. Then they all look pale. And 3 of them are carrying very slim, narrow bags on their backs. So that must be a hint. Tane-san says obvious, so those bags must mean something significant. Are they from Kendo Club or fishermen? What in the heck are you talking about? How would anyone from Kendo Club or fishermen wear leather jackets and carry guitars? Well, I'm joking, but if they carry instruments and they're famous, are they celebrities? Not really, but they're an indies band. Indies? Yeah. I see. Indies. I repeat the word, but what is indies anyway? I've heard the word before, but I don't know what it means. But if I ask her, she'll make fun of me, so I won't say anything. It must be something which any young person would know for sure. People say asking something is not embarrassing, but it's not that simple. You can be ridiculed for a long time for asking a stupid question. Anyway, Tone-san says they are a group called Star Generation, and they're extremely popular around here. They're so wild, so cool, so punk, and so indies. They were even on TV the other day, and since then, Tone-san has been crazy about them. Which means Tone-san knows them because they were on TV. But I don't say anything because I am considerate. I did not read that at first. I remember the time Murakami told me that band people are popular. He swore by it. But even when I see the real thing, I still don't believe him. According to Tone-san, they are the most popular one among many bands. The way they dress and their hairdos sure look strange and kinda dirty. They all look so unhealthy. Tone-san's eyes have different kind. Yeah, that's not what that says at all. I'm gonna read what that's supposed to say. Tone-san's eyes have a different kind of sparkle. That's not because they are bandsmen, but because they were on TV. Star Generation members call and Tone-san goes to take their order. 2 medium-sized beers, blackcurrant soda, fresh grapefruit sour Coke, deep-fried cartilage, Caesar salad, grilled fish, cube steaks, and pickled eggplant. The charismatic Indies bandsman's order was rather normal. Tone-san wants to take care of their table by herself. I can't just stand around doing nothing. I decide to take the drinks. But before that... So which one is the most popular among them? Let's see... She looks at the table. See, the one in the middle. His name is Yagihara-san. He's the lead vocal, and he's the head of the band. Also, Kenta, the guitar player. That's the one in the back. I see. I memorize what she said and head to the table. Thanks. When I serve the drink, Yagihara thanks me frankly. I look at him while thinking, so this is a bandsman. He must be a little over 20 or so. His hair is orange. His overshaved and over-made-up eyebrows bother me a little. But it's not that unusual nowadays. His voice is a little hoarse, maybe because he sings. His thin body is wrapped in a dingy, long coat and gives a delicate impression. And then there's Kenta. He must be about the same age as I am. His clothes and hair sure are plain compared to the others. His face has good features, but his skin looks pale, almost sickly, and he has a sour face, even in a place like this. He has no expression on his face. And more than anything, his blank-framed glasses are ruining his impression. The other guys look rather normal, too. Are they really that popular? That's hard to believe. It must be a work of the media. Maybe reality is different. When I come to this conclusion within myself, a shocking incident happens. The ladies at table 4 started. They're the ones who were having fun being picked up earlier. One of them went to the restroom, and on the way back, she notices the members of Star Generation at table number 8. Wow, Star Generation! She starts screaming. Drunk people can speak loud, but her voice echoes inside the restaurant. It's abnormally loud. The members of Star Generation look shocked. The lady walks up to the members. Aren't I right? You're Star Generation, right? Yeah. The guy who was the closest to her, neither Yagihara nor Kenta, answers. I don't even know what instrument he plays. I knew it, I was right! She screams again. I turn around to look at the manager. The manager doesn't look happy, but with his eyes he tells me, I know she's being extremely loud, but look at this point, it's too early to say anything. Just keep your eye on her. I nod. But really, Star Generation? The other lady gets up. You're right, we are the biggest fans of Star Generation. I'm so happy. Then she leaves her table and moves to table 8. The young guys who are trying to pick up the ladies are left at table 4. As they lost their targets instantly, they look shocked and don't look like they know what's going on. Actually, I can't believe it myself. Those ladies are cruel. If I were them, I couldn't do it. There should be at least some manners. Maybe this is why women are scary. What is it? They can be so cold and hurt others. As I think that, I feel a little pain in my heart. Anyways, the bandsmen seem to be popular. Is Murakami right? Are bandsmen popular? So what do I do with the pain in my heart? Do I give that to the bandsmen? But wait, that's not right. I mustn't have shameful concerns. I have to be careful. The ladies continued to fawn over the stunned band members, ignoring everything else. Sometimes you hear in comics, 1 + 1 isn't 2? It could be 3 or 4, or it could be anything, expressing how important it is to be a team player. Just like that, as if the two ladies don't want 1 + 1 to be 2, they start to get louder and louder. Being loud is one thing, but they start to physically mingle with the Star Generation members. They're touching their bodies, trying to feed them with fingers, and they're even trying to make them lick their finger with mayonnaise on it. What kind of act is this? Members of Star Generation don't know what to do. But the two guys who got left behind are the ones who are truly at a loss, feeling completely alienated. With just two of them, they're just licking the beer glasses and picking on the appetizers on the table. Suddenly my voice went hoarse. I don't know why. Eh? Hey, that's not fair. There's a loud shriek. When I look at the table, I see one of the ladies tangled up with one member's body and kissing his cheek. And the other one is pouting in jealousy. Members of Star Generation are no longer in shock. Some are even smiling. They look like they're having fun. I don't want the two guys to see that, but of course they do. I know something is gonna happen. Hey! They stand up with a roar. Ow! Just smack the my friggin' desk. I dislike them because of their behavior earlier, but now I'm kind of sympathizing. How strange and selfish the human mind is. As an employee, I shouldn't feel this, but I can't help cheering them on. Because they really were trying hard to pick up those ladies. Can't help thinking that Star Generation members should have been a little more considerate. But that's simply my personal emotion. And as an employee, I'm not allowed to think that way. I have to be in the position to say that hopefully there won't be any incident. The two guys walk up to table 8 angrily. The two ladies try to hide behind Star Generation members, and the two guys revile them. Because they're half drunk, I can't really hear exactly what they're saying. But they must be saying something nasty. One of the members stands up with an extremely angry expression. He must be quite drunk himself because his face is red. Tina also says some incomprehensible words, and they stare at each other. As an employee, I walk up to them. Excuse me. I get between them. What? One of the guys glares at me. As soon as I see that face, my sympathy fades a little. Up close, I see his nose is pierced. There's a thick chain around his neck. He's very tanned. He simply looks rough. He turns to me now. Of course, I can't sympathize with him any longer. I actually want to tell them I'm on their side, but of course I can't say that. I never even want to face with someone like that, but it's part of my job. I'm very sorry to tell you this, but if you have a fight, there are other customers. Who's saying it's a fight? I'm only trying to warn them. The guy is shouting. What are you going to warn us about? Hey, how pitiful is it to be jealous? Even the bandsman interrupts and starts provoking. They're both powerful, but I'm the one in the middle, so I wish they'd stop. Besides, don't you know what would happen with such provocation? Completely ignoring my worry, the band member keeps provoking. What the hell? The fierce guy tries to jump. Wait, please stop! When I stop him, of course, he turns on me. Don't you dare touch me! Please calm down. Violence doesn't solve anything. See? Love and peace. We need love in our lives, right? I'm desperate. Clearly, Maejima. Clearly you're desperate. Shut up! Pop. The fierce guy tries to shake me off of him and go towards the bandsman. But I hold on to stop him. If I only get 900 yen an hour, I have my pride. Please stop! Get out of my way! The guy tries to grab my collar to get me off of him, but I hold on desperately. I can't give in now. We end up wrestling, but it probably won't go on for long. He's obviously bigger and more than anything, I'm an employee of this restaurant. I know I'll end up beat up. I look around, hoping someone will come to my aid, but hey, wait a minute! They're all just watching! I almost look as if they're having fun! Well, how could you be like that? But I have more important things to be concerned about. I see Shiino Kirari. She isn't smiling. Instead, she's screaming something. How nice of her, but I can't hear what she's screaming. He punches me in the face. I lose my balance and fall down. I can't hold myself up. If I let my body fly, I'll hit the shelves of liquor bottles. If that happens, the bottles will fly over, and it'll be a huge mess. That won't be good. I reach out and try to grab the post as I fly past. I am successful and my body stops flying. I'm relieved that I was able to stop the bottles from flying all over. I don't get much time to rejoice. Instead of hitting the shelves, I'm about to hit the floor head first. Times like this, everything moves extremely slowly. I think of a lot of things before I fall. It won't be good to hit my head at the speed. The head is the most important part for humans. Am I gonna die? Well, it's a hardwood floor, so even in the best case scenario, I might be handicapped. No, that's not good either. I'll be okay. I should be okay. As I encourage myself, I hear Kirari's voice. Maejima is gonna die! Oh dear. Shiino. I guess I'm gonna die. I just love that. Sorry, I freaking love some of the stuff in this game. This is why I wanted to play it, because I freaking, like, yeah, there's droughts of parts, like, where the story's just like, okay, things are going on. And then there's stuff like this where I just laugh. Then it goes black before my eyes. Although it's the middle of spring, the air feels chilly at night. When I get to the main street pushing my bicycle, I can see my breath in the dark air. I didn't die. When I woke up, I was behind the kitchen. I regained my consciousness before the manager called the ambulance. When I touched the back of my head... Wow, voice crack. When I touched the back of my head, I could feel the bump. Then, the manager was unusually kind and said, "I'll give you a little bonus, so why don't you go home?" I remembered that when you hit your head, you may not die right away, but that might come later on. The manager told me to go home early because of that. However, I didn't feel like going to the hospital, so I went home as I was told. I don't like troublesome situations. My head hurts. When I start to pedal, I realize even my face hurts. I bet it's all scraped. I sure got punched horribly. Come to think of it, because I was out of it, I didn't check all my injuries. We wrestled for a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were more injuries. When you're excited, you don't feel the pain, and you start to feel it after a while. Think of going back to the restaurant, but I don't want to show my injured face again. I decided to go to the park by the restaurant. The park, which is located in the middle of the residential area, can be a little spooky because sometimes you find homeless people. I am cautious, but there are no bushes at this park, so I can see well. I don't see any suspicious figures. I get off my bicycle with a relief. The drinking fountain is located near the sandbox. The shadow of the concrete drinking fountain is dark. I look up to the sky and find a beautiful moon shining above. It's a full moon tonight. I remember my teacher telling me that Jesus died on the day of a full moon. Our school is a mission school, so we have theology class. Our teacher says that when we study Bible, we understand more about Western culture, which makes Western movies and novels more interesting, but that hasn't happened to me yet. As I think that, I scoop up some water and put it on my burning face. I feel a stinging sensation. I must have really scraped my skin. It feels swollen, and I feel a dull pain as well. Maybe it's bruised. In the light, maybe it's obvious that I was punched. I'll probably end up going to school with a swollen face, and I'm sure people will talk about it. I have to come up with an explanation just in case if the teachers ask me about it. I'm good at coming up with an excuse. When there's an obvious proof on my face, it might not be that easy this time. How troublesome. As I try to cool off the painful area, I start to feel the fatigue from this long day. It's making my body sluggish. I sit on the swing to get some rest. I'm just getting a little rest. Once I was on the swing, I can't help swinging. The height must be adjusted to little kids, so it's too low and a little scary for me. I give up and settled for just little swings. I hear a voice, so I turn around and see some customers walking on the other side of the street. Drunken customers sure laugh happily. Come to think of it, since I quit the tennis club, I don't hang out with a group of people anymore. On the contrary, I rarely have a chance to spend time with other people after school, or on my day off. I realized my life was centered around the club activities after all. However, I'm not regretting that I quit. It was supposed to end. As I stretch, I look at the full moon. I can't see a rabbit or a crab on the moon surface design. I put my hand to the moonlight. If it was the sun, I could see the red light through. If it was the moon, all I see is the dark shadow of my hand. I open and shut my hand as if I was trying to grab the air and look at it. This is my old habit, and somehow this calms me down. Someone who stares at his hand is lonely. I hide my hand in a hurry, responding to the unexpected voice. Hello, Kirari. Are you okay? Being here by yourself sure will make you sad, huh? It's Kirari, smiling at me by the park entrance. Well, I'm neither lonely nor sad. Her unexpected appearance sure riled me, but I try to hide my feelings. Because I do deny everything when I'm startled. Anyway, you came to work in your uniform again, huh? I told you before that you shouldn't. Sorry. Kirari smiles, trying to dodge. She probably didn't feel like changing. The rusty swing squeaks echo in the night air. Though I couldn't use the swing, Kirari is pulling it without any problems. She is swinging so high, it makes me worry. When you were little, didn't you play by letting your shoe fly off the swing? Kirari smiles at me, but I didn't get a chance to answer. There! She swings her leg up and kicks her shoe off. Her basketball shoe comes off easily. She must tie her shoelaces very loosely. The shoe arcs through the air and lands on the ground. Maybe it'll be cloudy tomorrow. You'll always get cloudy days with shoes like that. Kirari laughs. Maejima-kun, you wanna try? I tell her that I decline because I'm scared. It's so low and you're still scared. I'm scared especially because it's so low. Anyway, I don't see a hole in her sock anymore. Did you change? Here. She kicks her other shoe off. The hole is on this side. She sticks her foot out and shows her big toe peeking out from the hole. She was embarrassed about it earlier. Doesn't she care anymore? You're childish, Shiino. No, I'm not. Kirari denies it bashfully. How so? I know what I'm doing. I'm just acting this way. Don't be fooled. Whoops, I didn't let that one finish. She laughs. She jumps off the swing in her socks and collects her shoes by herself. Then she comes back to the swing, dusts off her socks carefully, and puts her shoes on. I notice a band-aid on her finger. Did you cut yourself? Yeah, I cut it when I was picking up broken glasses. Then she lifts her face and looks at me. Maejima-kun, doesn't your head hurt? She looks worried. Not that bad. I was on the sport team, so I'm kinda used to injuries. I see. I thought you died. Even now, she's scared of recalling when I got punched. I'm sure I would be scared too if I was just watching. And when you're the one in the incident, it's not that scary. Just like getting a shot, it's scarier to watch. It's the same thing. You think so? It hurt to get a shot too, though. Kirari frowns. It's getting late. I pull out my cell phone and open it. I knew it was late, but it's already almost midnight. Shiino, are you okay just hanging out like this? It's getting late. Well, today is okay. I don't have to work in the morning. Work in the morning? Yep, I deliver newspapers in the morning. You work at night and in the morning? Sure, we need money. We? My family's poor. Aw, I see. My dad's sick, so I can't work. That's why I have to work hard. She says her dad injured himself at work a long time ago, and her mom, who was working part-time, is now sick too, so she has to work and earn money. She said it as if it's nothing, but it's a serious situation. I try to find something to say, but I can't find anything appropriate to say. Then what are you going to do after high school? My dad wants me to go to college, but I don't think it's possible. may be able to get a scholarship, but even if I did, I don't think I'd have time to go to school. I see. You have to hang in there, huh? It's a lame thing to say, but Kirari smiles. Yep, I will, because I'm the oldest child in the family. She stands tall and proud. I'm impressed. I truly am. Thanks. See, look at this. I stitched up where it was ripped all by myself. She sticks out her arm. While I look hard in the dark, I see the patched up area on her elbow. Despite your appearance, you're struggling. Despite my appearance? Really? I don't know why, but Kirari laughs when I nod. I feel ashamed of myself for planning a trip to a foreign country with the money I earned. I feel a little mortified, so I consider giving a little bit of my money to my family too. I even think of exactly how much. I'm surprised at myself. I thought I was not attached to money. When I actually try to give it to others, it's not as easy as I thought. But that's exactly what Kirari is doing. She's not that skillful, but even if she gets fired many times, she still doesn't give up. I resolve to teach her more closely at work. Because I'm lost in thought, silence fills the air. Kirari is pulling the swing again. As I'm about to suggest we leave, I notice a shadow near the park entrance. It's too dark to see, but I think he's looking at us. I get a little nervous. Who would come to the park all by himself at this time of the day? I need to let Kirari escape first if something happens. Then, I take a harder look at the shadow. I see him raising his hands. You work at the restaurant, right? Yes. That's what I thought. He walks up to us, and I can see his face. It's Kenta, Star Generation's guitar player. He has his guitar bag on his back and walks up to us with no expression, just like I saw in the restaurant. Sorry to bother you when you're having fun. His casual greeting doesn't match his serious expression. He looks at Kirari. Kirari is wearing Oubi Academy's winter uniform. I can speak, really. He puts his hand on his chin and checks out Kirari from head to toe. You go to the same school as I do. I see. Come to think of it, I think I've seen you before. Then he examines her face. Kirari shrinks back from him. Same school as Kirari, which means the same school as me. Have I seen him before? I can't remember. Well, even if I have, he's one of those types that you forget instantly. He's on the handsome side, but really doesn't leave much of an impression. But what is he thinking? Why did he come to see us? I keep quietly, still feeling cautious. Kirari is looking at him vacantly. If I was alone, I wouldn't be this cautious. But I have Kirari with me. He then turns his eyes to me. Sure, I know you too. You used to belong to one of the sports clubs, right? I used to be on the tennis team. And you? That's right. Sorry, my name is Kenta Tanoya, Class 3H at Oubi. I'm Shikanosuke Maejima. I'm Shino Kirari. Tanoya nods and pulls pieces of paper from his pocket. Anyway, we are Star Generation, the band. Sorry about earlier. Well, here. Put my face close to the papers. Put my face close to the papers he pulled out, trying to read what's on them. We have a live concert next week, and you have the tickets for it. We gave them out to the customers in the restaurant earlier as an apology for causing the incident. Do you think you guys can make it? I'll be off next week. Me too. Wow, that was way off. A live concert. I'm a little interested because of the things Murakami told me, and when I think about how people acted today, I'm curious why people are attracted to them. I think that they meant I'm a little interested. On the other hand, I'm a little reluctant to go because I'm a little annoyed that people make such a fuss over them. Also, it's not a place where I would go. I don't even know the first thing about rock bands. Let me see it too. Kirari excitedly takes the tickets from Tanoya. What do you do at a live concert? You've never been to a live concert before? No, I've seen them on TV though. Kirari nods. Same here. I see. Tanoya nods quietly. In the dark room, you listen to the live performance. You ask me what it's like? Well, depends on the type of music and the performers. This one is with punk and melodic hardcore bands. So it won't be too wild. Just like any event, and I know you'll have fun. It's just a bare bones explanation. Is it interesting? Interesting? Well, I think it is, but sometimes it's not. It just depends. You can't really guarantee anything. But if theater is filled with excitement, sure is something. Are you gonna be in it too? Yeah, I am. If we go, how much is it gonna be? For these tickets, you get in for free. Usually there will be a drink charge, but these tickets entitle you to one free drink. All you need is the travel cost. Whoops, I didn't finish that. Free? Kirari looks at me with a sparkle in her eyes. Can I ask you something too? Sure. Sure. What does indies mean? I know it has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but I figure this is a good chance to ask him. Let's see. It comes from the word independent. In the music business, it means record companies which don't belong to record associations or bands that belong to those companies. It's the opposite of mainstream, I guess. Sometimes people call amateurs indies, and in my opinion, I think that's wrong. But it really is something to fuss. It really isn't some. But it really isn't. I can read, but it really is nothing to fuss over too much. We all think being called amateurs is not cool. Tanoya explains it very politely. I thought he'd be weird, but he's pretty nice. The only thing is, I really don't understand what he's saying. Anyway, he clears his throat. This place is decent, and all the staff are nice too. So even beginners won't feel uncomfortable. If you're interested, you should come. I'm sure you'll find something interesting. Plus we'll do our best, so you can have fun. Truly, we, the performers, have to do our best. We can't forget that. He speaks to himself while nodding. We accept the tickets. Tanoya leaves without saying goodbye. He's strange. He sure is. Kirari nods. But I did Kirari's voice on the first one on accident, and it worked out, because I think that was her. She turns to me. I want to see their live concert. It's been a while since I've gone out. Kirari looks so happy, she's about to skip around with joy. Then you can have mine too, so why don't you invite one of your friends? I try to hand my ticket to Kirari, but she doesn't take it. Aren't you going, Maejima-kun? No. I do want to see the popular band perform, especially if one of our fellow students is in the band. You always work, right, Shiino? You should take a break once in a while, especially if it's free. I take her hand and make her take the ticket. This is the proper thing for me to do. Kirari accepts the ticket hesitantly. Thank you. I have a friend who doesn't get to go out, so I'll invite her. I'm sure she'll be excited. I hope you have lots of fun. Thanks. How exciting. She smiles bashfully. And transition. Probably a good point to stop the episode. So I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the episodes you might have missed. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. See you later.